Alright guys, the 250 hero class is absolutely gnarly. I think that's the simplest way to put it. There were a lot of signups for round 2 of the 2021 DMR Championship series in Supercross 4. The 250 class is truly stacked. This series is a racing series on PC. If you guys are interested in getting involved in the championship, go check out the link in the description below. All the information you guys need will be down there in the description. I also have fired up my gaming Instagram once again. If you guys do want to go toss me a follow and help me out on the journey to 300 follows at Goonsy Gaming, it will be linked down below. There's a lot of stuff linked down there in the description if you guys do want to follow me on the Once Company journey and support me on growing that brand. Of course, the links are down below. That's enough self-promo. You guys are here to witness the 250 chaos and carnage that went down at round 2. Of course, Salt Lake City 15 was the track, a track that I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of this track. It was fun on the 450s, on the 250s, I just really seemed to struggle. The whoops were the death of me. I could never get a good run through the whoops. I mean, they ruined my night in the 450s, honestly, and they kind of almost ruined my night in the 250s. I just could not get a good drive in the whoops. The rhythms are gnarly and it's just a tough track on the 250s, and there were a lot of guys going the exact same speed out there on the track. Anyways, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. You guys seem to really enjoy these videos, so if you do enjoy at any point in time, smash that thumbs up button for me. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes on this video. I believe it. I believe you guys can do it. Let's see if the next like 5 uploads can hit 200 likes. I'll give away a copy of Supercross 4 because I've been wanting to do a little Supercross 4 giveaway for you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Throw any comments down below and let's get into talking about the 250 hero class. Okay, so I want to say going into the night, there were over 50 signups. I want to say pushing like 60 signups. 55 to 60 signups for the 250 class, which is absolutely gnarly. The Supercross 4 community on PC seems to be fairly big, actually, which I'm surprised by. I knew qualifying was going to be tough and it was going to be a fight to get into that top 24, especially with mid-pack being absolutely stacked. Obviously, we have the fast guys out there running some really quick times. Kimson, Weedy, Xena, McChicken, these guys are all pushing really quick lap times. So you pretty much know that they're making it into the top 24 no matter what. So it's really like a top 20 that you're fighting for. And like I said, that mid-pack field is stacked. I think I do need to try to find a way to kind of gain a little bit of an edge and gain like a second on my lap times just to guarantee I'm in that top 24 speed wise. Anyways, qualifying 1 I absolutely threw. I only managed to run a 50.8, which was slow, and looking at the lap times it would not have made that top 24. So I knew in qualifying session number 2 I had one goal. That was to beat that lap time and beat it by the most that I could. I needed to run the best lap time that I could on the 250. It was truly time to go into tryhard mode. Just looking at how many people were running like high 49s and low 50s in qualifying session number 1, I was worried. I was worried about making it into that top 24. Of course, qualifying session number 2 got out there and ran a 50.4 for a lap time. I think it was actually like a 50.389 or something like that, but this got me into the heat races, qualifying 20th. 20th out of 24 guys. So going into the heat race, if I learned anything from my 450 night of racing at round 2, I knew it was going to be crucial to be consistent, get off to a good start, and just ride smart. I ended up drag racing with Weedy down to the first corner and kind of just tried to hold my line and stand my ground in that first corner and come out in a good position. I kind of got swallowed up in the first rhythm section and I started bouncing off of people. We all started banging bars and bouncing off of each other, and coming out of that second turn I kind of got bumped and landed on some tough blocks. So once again at the back of the pack. I think my bike did take out McChicken, so sorry my guy, I didn't mean to. I don't even really know if you could consider that crash my fault. Once I got hit and took off, there was really no saving it. I was just on for the ride hoping the tough blocks wouldn't take my life. So me and McChicken ended up having to battle back through the field, and me and him were locked in a battle for a while. It was, I want to say, like a few laps of me and McChicken going back and forth. He would get up and make a few passes and then fall back, and I would get up and make a few passes and then fall back, and yeah, it was a gnarly heat race. I didn't manage to make it into a qualifying spot. My heat race near the end, it kind of fell apart, and yeah, I didn't manage to fight back into that top 5. So it was of course time for that LCQ, the LCQ Fight. Once again on the starts are something I need to work on, so I was gonna try something different and just try to ride smart and come into the first rhythm section swinging. I was going into the first corner kind of just doing my own thing, holding my line, and next thing you know, me and Spud get like locked together. We're getting shoved right off the track. I couldn't really tell if like the game glitched or it lagged or like what happened. I don't think either of us meant to do that. It really just forced us to go right off the track. It was one of those moments where I think you have to sit back and realize that you're playing a game. The game is not perfect. It has its bugs, and things like that can just absolutely ruin your night, and there's nothing you can do. I couldn't even be mad because I got a good clip out of it, and it's one of those things. It's just the way the game is. I still managed to click took off some really good laps once I got into the flow, made a bunch of passes and battled through the field. I was locked in a battle for 4th place. Well, I was in 4th battling for 3rd. Transfer spot, of course, is top 2. So I think it was me and Daleks battling for 3rd. I didn't manage to get the pass in the bag. He managed to turn up the heat and kind of pull away from me a little bit. But of course, coming across the finish line in 4th, and that means it is straight to the B main. It sucks too, because I feel like I managed to ride good in the heat race. There was just that goon moment with the game at the start going into that first corner with Spud. I don't know, you can't be mad. It was time for the B main battle, and that's exactly what the B main was here in the 250 class. I got a decent start and I was running up in like top 5, kind of mid-pack right off the bat for the first couple laps. Banging bars with everyone that was out there, and this B main was pretty stacked. A lot of fast guys out there, a lot of guys that were running some pretty quick laps in qualifying. Somehow, some way, I managed to bang bars and force my way to the front of the field. I knew I needed to be aggressive if I could make these passes happen. It was kind of like now or never. I needed to get out front early. I didn't want to let anyone get out front and kind of check out with it. I wanted to be that guy. So I ended up battling with Gomes and Beniesta and a few other guys. We were going back and forth, and Gomes had a little bit of a lead, so the hunt was on. So with like 4 minutes to go, I pulled the trigger on going for the pass for the lead. We came up over the Supercross triple after the finish line. I dove to the inside, kind of squared Gomes up. As we were coming out of the corner, I kind of creeped over on him and took the line. I didn't really want to push him into the tough blocks or anything, but I wanted to get into that first place and kind of solidify it. I didn't want him to be on my inside going into that next corner after the rhythm section. I knew that could be deadly, so I wanted to have a little bit of a gap going into that corner and kind of start to click off clean laps and check out. That's exactly what I did. I ran a bunch of 50.2s, which were actually my fastest laps for the night, even way quicker than my qualifying lap times, and it's crazy how much like 200ths of a second can bump you up that qualifying leaderboard. Anyways, with like 5 minutes to go in this B main, I was actually getting mad pressure from Exhibit. He was coming up in second place and he had the lines, he had the fast lines, he was definitely putting some quick laps down. At this point in the race, I wasn't really busting out the triple lines as much as I should have been, and when I saw how quick Exhibit caught up to me, I was like, okay, it is time to pull the trigger on these triple lines every single lap. I really was trying to just control the main event. I didn't want to be hitting the big lines every single lap if I didn't have to be, but at this point, it was like now or never. I didn't want to throw this B main down the drain. Exhibit caught up to me quick, so I needed to start hitting some fast laps. Exhibit, while he was applying the pressure, he was right behind me, probably about to make the pass, and he went down in the whoops. So with like 3 minutes to go in the B main, I had a decent little lead, and it was cruise mode to bring home that win. It's crazy to see how like riding consistent can really make for a really good race, and in the 450 class and the 250 class in the B mains, I just didn't mess up. I didn't make any mistakes. I didn't push any limits or anything like that. I rode within my limit. I know my limit, man. Know your limit and ride within it. Hitting the slow line through a rhythm section beats going for the big line when you don't have the speed for it, encasing and absolutely ruining that rhythm section. Consistency is key. Keeping a flow around the whole track is key, especially with how costly mistakes are in this game. Like if you start casing rhythm sections, casing triple jumps, if you miss a triple jump in this game, it's crazy how much time you lose. So anyways, I turned into the B main bandit this week. That's my title for this week of racing with the DMR boys. The B main bandit. Both B main wins in the 450 class and the 250 class. And overall, it was honestly a really good night of racing. I would say from here on, A main would be the goal. It's not like I'm mad if I'm gonna be in B main. There are a lot of fast guys signing up for these races, so just to be able to say I've won 2 B mains at this point, I'm hyped on that. I've been in the A mains, I know I can do it again, and the B main battles, hey, you can't complain about that. So overall, I think I'm chilling in 6th place for points in the 250 class, so I can't complain about that at all. 9th place in the 450s, 6th place in the 250s, and I think it's about to be a battle going on into round 3. There's a week off here, so I got some time to practice up. I got some time to shave off of my lap times. It's go time. I'm glad to be back in the competitive scene, and it's cool to see how much kind of it grew from round 1 to round 2, like a lot more sign-ups. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to go down there and smash that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. That's it for the B main bandit, guys. The B main bandit is out of here. Peace out.